Okay. What is he saying here? If he's racist, he is claiming racism on the whites.
Yeah.
Right, because what is racism? You're making broad generalizations based on race. Mm-hmm. What he is doing is making a broad generalization on white people that they are afraid of black people.
Yeah, he's guessing.
But that's the racist
and he saw that on some site. I mean, there are jerks everywhere, and somebody's going to say something stupid on a site. That doesn't mean all your white people are afraid to go to the arena because there's too many black people. But this is all business stuff.
Right.
This is all trying to find the right demographic for your product.
Let me just say this. If you are if I go into a I don't know. I'm trying to think of a store. Go into a Gap. And a Gap is going to be playing young contemporary music. Mm-hmm. As a 50-year-old guy, or an Abercrombie is probably better. Mm-hmm. You're seeing white, young, 20-somethings. The music is loud, and it is young. So a 50-year-old guy walks in there, and you immediately are like, this store isn't for me.
Sure.
There's no...
Absolutely.
It was designed to attract and repel those who are not welcome. Okay, they want to repel. Those stores want to repel you. It's not like in the old days where it was Sears, where everybody is welcome. They want a certain clientele. That's just the way it is. So now, if I'm going to a game, I went to a Mavericks game last year. I haven't been to a game since Seattle Supersonics when I was a kid with my dad. Go to a Mavericks game.
Changed a bit?
Changed a lot, yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it's a show. And it was really well done.
Yeah.
But it was not appealing to me, a 50-year-old guy who's, as unhip as I am. Mm-hmm. It's just not appealing to me. Now, I don't know who you're trying to appeal to, but I got the clear message it wasn't me. Because of the music that was selected, because of the entertainment, because of the images up on the screen, fine. That's not a racist thing. I don't know who they're trying to appeal to.
I will say that's the reason my wife likes to go to those games.
Correct.
Because in intermission, they're playing all the songs she likes. It's exciting. There's tons of energy. So she'll go and sit through the basketball that I like to watch. And then I'll sit through, the entertainment in between.
Correct. So there's nothing wrong with that. Now, you put on hip-hop. I'm sorry, but hip-hop is as starkly delineating for people as classical music is.
Or country is another one.
Yeah, or country.
Yeah.
You play country, classical, or hip-hop. Yeah. You are going to a specific target. If the Hawks were playing nothing but country music, I can guarantee you their black crowd would dwindle. Because they would say, without anybody ever saying anything, I don't fit here. This is just not me. It's not geared towards me. It's geared towards a hillbilly.
Or they just don't like it, so they don't show up.
And then but I'm not saying that I'm not even saying that they know why.
Yeah, I know. But then the Hawks would be called racist because they're playing country music at their arena.
Right.
Well, yeah, and I would say that when you look at this email, you could write it if you change the races. And almost every company in America has had this discussion. Yep. We don't have enough minorities coming in the doors. Why aren't there enough? We need more.
Or we don't have
here.
enough. We don't have enough young people coming through the doors. We don't have enough old people going through the doors.
Think of the way television executives and other people have talked to us in the past.
Yes.
And this is not no problems with the networks that we've been at, but it's just like everyone focus on. Wait a minute, we don't have enough diversity in the crowd. We need the crowd to look more diverse. People talk about this all the time. Now, it's never been a concern of ours. We just go out there and do what we do. But this happens with every business in America, and it's almost always the opposite of what we're talking about here. It's almost always it's the old Benetton ad.
And it's never a problem when it's the opposite of this. If this was a deal where we need to attract more young black men, there wouldn't be a word said by the NBA.
Nope.
But if you want to attract middle-aged white guys,
no, but wait a minute.
That's a racist thing?
Take the race out of it. Take the race out of it. This is not, I don't like black people, so I want fewer black people. Mm-hmm. He is saying the black constituency does not have the money for our season tickets. Our goal is to sell more season tickets. Who has the money? You have all told me it's these people. Well, then, if that's the case, you need to target those people.
Right.
Yes.
And the criticism
Flat
would
out
be
business decision.
Imagine, hang on just a second. Imagine MTV in its golden days. If they were told, well, you're playing too much rock and roll music. You're playing too much music that appeals to the young. Well, yeah, that's because that's who we're trying to attract. Well, no, you've got to play some Frank Sinatra. You have to put some Perry Como in there. You would confuse you. You'd have nothing. MTV knew who their audience was, and so they served them. And it's not because they were some charitable thing. It's a business. Same thing with the Hawks. They're a business. Who is going to pay the salaries of all those on the floor? Who's going to pay those salaries? I don't know. The season ticket holders. Great. So who are they? Okay, we've done our research. The ones most likely to buy are white guys who are 50 years old. Great. What do 50-year-old white guys like? Put a bunch of those things that they like down on the floor.
Yeah, if that's Jay-Z,
that easy.
If it's Jay-Z, you're going to play
Jay-Z. It
Jay-Z.
doesn't matter.
It probably isn't, but it doesn't matter.
If it's hot black girls, fine. Hot Asian girls, fine. Hot white girls, fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Right. The issue,
whatever they like, do more of what they like.
Yes.
Do less of what they don't like.
right,
Yes.
to try to identify what the complaint is here, though. It's not that process. It's not necessarily, hey, they should have to play to the audience. It's why do they want the white audience over the black audience? And he's identifying in here, he believes that, and he's been told by his people who do research that the older white people are generally more able to buy season tickets. But there's also the issue that there's a higher percentage. There's 5 times as many white people as there are black people. So when you're trying to just get general numbers in the door, you're going to target a wider audience.
Atlanta's a little different, though, because
certainly,
in Atlanta proper, there's a black majority. But in Atlanta Metro, right, there's a white majority. So, that's what he was saying. Part of what he said was, we need more white suburban people here. Mm-hmm. We need to even out the odds a little bit. I don't know. If this was the other way around, he wouldn't have to sell the team.
No.
He has to sell the team now.
This is obscene.
It's insanity.
Obscene.
And that's the right way to say it, by the way. They keep presenting it as if he self-identified this and he's trying to... Look, I don't know what happened exactly. Yeah, but this is a guy who's very critical of Donald Sterling throughout this entire thing.
Yeah.
He just magically came up with the idea that he wrote these emails.
He's gotten pressure from somebody else who said, I have this email and I'm going to release it. You either release it and step down or I'm going to release it. Right. That's exactly what happened. This is awful. This is awful. If he's racist on anything, he is racist on white people.
Yeah, he's assuming
white people should be
are awful.
Yeah, he is assuming that we're afraid of black people. What? I mean, what kind of racist remark is that?
I will say, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has come out and said that Bruce Levenson, the Hawks owner, isn't a racist. He's a businessman, which seems like he.
Good for him.
Good for him.
That's great.
Sponsor.